The high times and low times, all in the nightlife. Miami sunrise will open your eyes. But when the day breaks, you feel the sun kiss. Is this paradise or what you wish? 'Cause I don't need your money, and I don't need your money. No, I don't need your money.
Hello, welcome to the tSports Network, the home of tabletop sports. I'm your host, Rob, and today, that's right, I'm back in the studio. We got the banner back, everything. It's the band phase, ladies and gentlemen. Very excited to be here. Let's get wild, let's get funky. No co-host with me today. We're still just making sure we keep as many interaction points for COVID safe and sound. So, but we will have a co-host this weekend, me and someone else are going to be covering 4 games of Warhammer Age of Sigmar over 3 rounds. Well, 12 games, 4 matches each round. It's going to be very, very, very exciting. We've got 2 incredible teams this one. It's been 8 months since we saw the last match. And it's been about 8 months since we saw the last ban phase as well. So I'm very excited to see what may have changed. I know some of you have been guessing fervently at home. It could be anything. John, my man in the ear, he thinks it's Mega Gargants. I don't think it's going to be Mega Gargants, but we'll see. We will see. What do you guys think? Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, after these bans have happened, there'll be a ban explainer video coming soon. After these bans have happened, these 2 teams are going to take a couple of days. Then they're going to submit their lists. On Friday, we're going to do a list review show. And they're going to have to create lists without the 10 units that get banned in today's show. That's what happens. And then they're going to play on Sunday over 3 rounds to see which one of these teams goes through because it's a knockout stage into the next round. So this is round 1, round 2, and then round 3 to take away the big prize. And it's going to be the only one of Age of Sigmar 2 as well. The first one of Age of Sigmar 2, and the only one of Age of Sigmar 2, and the first one we've ever done. So there's some clout on this. I think there's some clout here, which is going to be very, very excited. Right, just say hello to everyone in the chat. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget, you've got all your emotes for subscribing. You've got your red and your blue. In this situation, I think Legio IX, who we're going to talk to in a moment, they're red, and the Marauders are blue. So those are your fingers for who you're supporting, red or blue. Let's jump over now. John is going to try and make this happen. I'm going to go and talk to Dave from Legio IX about his team. John, should we go do that right now? And that'll take us a moment because we're doing this remotely to be safe. Here we go. And let me know when we're good, John. Hey, Dave, how are you doing?
Really good. How are you doing?
Oh, really good. Really excited to be talking to you. How are you feeling? How's the team feeling? How are you feeling?
It's been a long road, right? But WhatsApp, I think, has nearly exploded several times. But we're there.
Dave, if we can just hold on a second, we're just going to sort out an echo. My man John's going to make sure both NDI sources are, one of them is muted at least. Let's get it sorted. There we go, Dave. We're all good now. Back in the room. Okay, sorry about that. How is the team? Talk to me. What were you saying?
Yeah, they're all pretty excited. Not many of them are joining me tonight just because of family commitments and work commitments, but there's at least 2 of us here, so we'll be all right. We've had lots of discussion, and as I say, WhatsApp's nearly blown up, I'm sure, on our discussions alone. We're there.
It's very exciting. Are you worried at all about playing against the Marauders? There's a lot of well-known players in there.
I'm not. I'm hanging out in the coaches' lounge, so I am super chill.
Good. How do the team feel giving you all the responsibility to do the bans this time round? Are you just
they're loving that side of it, aren't they? They're, you take care of that, Dave. So that's really good of them, I think.
Listen, good luck. I know we talked off air a little bit. One of the things you said that was exciting was because you get the first ban. You get 1 ban, and then the Marauders get the first 2. A lot of pressure on that first one to set the tone of today's ban show. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's probably been the biggest point of discussion. Like, how do we go first? Do you go aggro? Do you go defensive? There are as many opinions as there are pairs of pants. a lot. So we
Well, I'm
come up with the
excited.
right thing. Yeah.
Dave, I'm excited. Okay, thanks very much. Thanks for talking to me. It's been lovely. Good luck. Good luck with everything. Loads and loads of love. A wonderful team, the Legio IX guys. I can't wait for you guys to meet them properly, hear some more interviews, like see them play on the tabletop. Like, I think that's going to be really fun. Up against a team that's pretty famous, like the Marauders. If you played Age of Sigmar in the UK, you've heard of them. You've seen them in the orange tops. They've got a pretty massive pedigree. They've got Tony Moore as their captain. They've also got, like, backing them up, Tom Maudsley, who's been the captain for a successful English ETC team, as well as on the board for the English team, as long as it's been a team, really. And I think he's planning on taking them to the AOS Worlds this year. So they've got a good pedigree in team format. Really excited to see how they feel about stuff. So we're going to go over now and interview them. And see how they're all feeling about this. We're going to see how they're feeling about it. Thanks everyone for joining us live, by the way. Very much appreciated. Marauders, hello, welcome to the show.
Hello.
How are you all feeling?
Choreographed.
Are you feeling well?
Yeah. Been up at 6 a.m. every morning for our morning run and getting the juices flowing.
Yeah,
Nice.
On it.
Nice.
As at 6 a.m.
How are you guys feeling about the ban phase? Like, you keen? You think you've got this?
We did 8 months ago, I think. Yeah. What's happened in that time, and not many games. So, yeah. Might show our age a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like it's been a fairly stable meta since then, even. Like, we have had some book releases, of course, but not loads to really push the boat about. So I think that there's some interesting stuff. Have you guys been following anything along with TTS? Or, like, because obviously in the UK there's been almost no gaming. Well, there's been no gaming at all. Have you been following along with any of that and maybe some of the developments in the meta, or has that not been something you've been focusing on?
Bits and pieces, but I think we all sort of took the stance quite early on that TTS was one thing and real life was a completely different animal.
I've had a decent chat with a few people, mainly from a World's point of view. You know, there's been lists run down my throat every weekend. People say this is doing well, this is doing well. So yeah, I've got a rough idea, but not loads.
Okay, all right, good. You guys don't get the first ban. How do you guys feel about that running into it?
I think we know what it will be. So.
Wow. Are you going to write it down for me so you can see it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's very exciting. That's huge. Okay. Right. Listen, good luck with everything. Really excited to see you on a Sunday, of course. But good luck with the band show now. I hope it goes your way. Brilliant. John, everyone who's watching now live, we are going to go now and do the explain of how the band phase works exactly. So you guys should be able to watch this video in a moment. And then what that will do, explain, then we'll come back and we're going to see all of the bands. Let us know in the chat who you think it's going to be. What bands you think is going to be. First one, Legio, they're doing their first ban. Over to the video now.
Welcome to the Tabletop Sports Network, the home of tSports.
The high times and low times, all in the nightlife. Miami sunrise will open your eyes. But when the day breaks, you feel the sun kiss. Is this paradise or what you wish? 'Cause I don't need your money, and I don't need your money. No, I don't need your money.
Is it? So over to Legio IX now. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So it's the first ban up from Legio IX. This is where we go. Let's go tSports. Let's go Twitch chat. The first ban. Wow. Wow. Okay, first ban in. A lot of people thinking. A lot of people thinking it could be so many things, but it's Doomfire Warlocks. It's a safety ban, ladies and gentlemen. That's a safety ban. That is. Doomfires is huge. That means that we're going to see Marathi, we're going to see Bow Snakes. There's so many good builds coming out of Daughters of Cain. It could have been an aggressive ban. It could have been anti-Marathi, but now we can almost guarantee we're going to see new book Daughters of Cain play on the tabletop. That's huge. Santastic said, "Wow, I didn't see that coming." Did people think that was happening? Like, I did not see that coming. I like a safety ban leading into Daughters of Cain, pretty massive. That is a lot to take in for an initial ban. This is so exciting. I'm excited. Yeah, they were. They were also banned in the first round of the Super Series. They were also banned in the first round of the Super Series. So we're going to see some more Daughters of Cain at this point. Means no Shadow Patrol, 100% default. Although I don't think we see much Shadow Patrol anyway. Most of the Daughters of Cain builds you see a Calibron. You almost always see Marathi and Bow Snakes. Is what I would be expecting to see out of maybe both teams ultimately. So this is huge and also plays really well into some of the objectives ultimately. So now the Marauders, they get their first ban. And it could be anything. Not forgetting Tony, big fan of the Death Faction. We'll see what that is. He could be taking. Oh, I mean, there's so many things. What's threats? Eels. Eels are still out there. Nagash is still out there. Wow. Wow. Okay, our second ban coming from Marauders is Big Stabbers. Big Stabbers, everyone. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well done, John. We'll get that picture up in a moment. We'll move on to the second one. So Big Stabbers, which means we might see Marauders over the moon that they've found one. Oh wow. So then our second ban was Gunstruck Thunderers. Okay, so that means a lot. That could see a lot. I feel both of those are safety bans. So what that's done is that's a safety ban leading into Hawkeye's Big War is what I'm pretty certain we're seeing. Jacob Berry, thanks for the gift subscription and for everyone for subscribing live. So the Big Stabber ban pretty much guarantees we're going to see a Big War army play. The Gunstruck Thunderers, was it the Gunstruck Thunderers, John, specifically? Is very interesting. That might mean that we see a Ziflin KO play. Now, normally we see Thunderers inside either a Gunstruck Gun Hauler or in the big Ironclad, but we haven't seen the I mean, there are builds without them. It's an interesting pick. It's not that they're quite a used unit inside the KO build. So if maybe we're going to see all frigates, maybe we're going to see a heavy boat build. Fascinated about that Gunstruck Thunderer build because that's pretty key. That could be an aggressive ban. I would ban the Ironclad if I was looking to really knock KO out. So it's a bit of a swing one in that situation. Twitch chat, help me out. Ship heavy list. It could be a ship heavy list. Okay, so now we've got two bans coming in from Legio. Loads to break down on this. Very, very exciting. I'm just... Okay, here we go. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing. It's very much appreciated. And everyone for joining us live. So far, we've had Doomfire Warlocks banned by Legio first. And then we've had Big Stabbers and Gunstruck Thunderers. That's huge. Looking forward to this match already. No one's banned Eels yet. We've not touched Idoneth Deepkin, one of the most successful armies in Age of Sigmar at the moment. No one's touched Tzeentch. They've not even gone near them yet. So that's still in there. No one's touched Seraphon. No one. Wow. Okay. Huge second ban. Techless is banned. Techless cannot be used, which is very interesting because I think the Techless doesn't necessarily make competitive. Does not make. I'll say this one more time. Does not make a competitive Lumineth Realm Lords build. In fact, actually, we've seen them only running at a 45% win rate with Lumineth Realm Lords. So that's an interesting take because I think he's the weaker part of those. And then a Ghoul King on Terrorgeist, a targeted attack straight into Tony. Straight into Tony there. Like, he hasn't run FEC in a while and has been generally running Legions of Nagash, or was last year before everything fell down. So I feel that takes out Ghoul King and Terrorgeist is pretty aggressive, moving towards no Flesh Eater Courts. We haven't seen anyone try and take out most shooting yet, but maybe that's what we're actually going to see coming in from Marauders. Maybe that's the Gunstruck ban. Maybe they think that hampers KO enough that they're going to be able to take out shooting, and then they can run more melee. The Flesh Eater Courts from Legio's ban, the ban might be a counter. That's what we might be seeing there. Is Teclis's safety ban fantastic? Maybe. That's the point about Teclis. When you look at Teclis, you think, wow, okay, Lumineth Realm Lords can't play. But in this commentator's humble opinion, I don't think that they're that good at all with Teclis, and I would take something without Teclis is how I would run it. I would go for mass sentinels. Maybe I would go, you can definitely do a really good teams format, especially with 80 sentinels. We saw it done in Russia recently with the angry alpacas. So, loads there. Oh, okay. I'm so happy about that. Okay, the third ban is Morsar Guard. Now, those are what we call the offensive eels. Okay, all right, fine. So the third ban is the Morsar Guard. That means we probably won't see any Idnet Deepkin armies. Now, people are running loads of turtles, of course. People are running loads of turtles. We might see the 11 Shark build we saw played on TTS. Very competitive. We saw them take down Archeon in a round. So just because Morsar are gone does not mean, since the update, that they're out. The War Stomper Mega Gargant ban, I think, is just directed towards me, maybe even. I'm not really sure. Now, the War Stomper is probably the better of the builds in triple War Stomper, going into some missions and maybe a great team army. I wonder what everyone else thinks about that. Yeah. See you later, Eels. Everyone, it's a meme ban. Grimgar thinks it's a meme ban. Twitch chat, how do you think? Is the War Stomper Mega Gargant a meme? I'm going to have to ask the players after. But super excited we won't be seeing Idnet Deepkin, or at least we won't be seeing Morsar Guard. That doesn't mean... Don't forget how good the defensive Eels are at the minute. They obviously can get +1 save from cover round 1. They can also get +1 save from the reverberating drum that's on top of the not the Eidolon, the turtle. So, okay, the next ban is the Necromancer. Very targeted here. Very targeted. Yeah. So the Necromancer has been banned for Legio IX. Oh, the Flamers of Tzeentch. The Flamers of Tzeentch pretty much knocked out. I'd say maybe knocked out Chain Host. We've seen other Chain Host builds, which is just a lot of pink horrors, sometimes in Host Duplicitous. Necromancer, obviously a target in Legions of Nagash in that situation. Thank you to Nurgle Matthew for the 10 gift subscriptions in the chat, and everyone for tuning in live. Woohoo! Pink Spam and Archeon are still there. Marcus Rock, you're 100% right. Flamers just takes out shooting. And I'm wondering if there's a theme there, but it really doesn't seem to be at all, because the Flamers are really good in chain shows, don't get me wrong, but of course, one of the strengths is that you can still run Host Duplicitous Archeon, and that is done so well right now. But don't forget, though, Archeon is, this is really important, from the Slaves to Darkness book. So if you do want to ban Archeon, yeah. So if you do want to ban Archeon, what's the question, Don? You can just ask me. That's fine. All right, good. Was it the Exalted Flamer or Flamer that got banned? The Exalted Flamer got banned. Okay. So the Exalted Flamer, not Flamers. Exalted Flamer, not Flamers, got banned. Very interesting. Okay. I'd have banned the Flamers, not the Exalted, but if the +1 to hit, maybe that gives us an indication that we're going to see hordes. The Flamers already get pluses to hit anyway. Very interesting. That was why the Exalted. But you can run a build that's just more Exalted Flamers as a group. So that's fascinating. That is big deep dive on why the Exalted Flamer as opposed to the Flamer. That's a bigger ban, actually. Is it? Like, why? Because the +1 to hit aura? The +1 to hit aura? No idea. Be'lakor. Okay. Big play there. Some very aggressive bans. Be'lakor's a big one. So that is the shape of the bans. I'm just going to run through them all again for everyone. Doomfire Warlocks, Techless, Ghoul King on Terrorgeist, Necromancer, with or without hat, and the Exalted Flamer by Legio IX. The Big Stabbers, the Gunstruck Thunderers, the Morsar Guard, the War Stomper, and Be'lakor taken out. Some huge characters still on the tabletop. Archeon still in the match. All Seraphon, not even been touched, not even looked at. I don't even know if we'll see them, which will be fascinating. We obviously saw them twice last time. Okay, lots to take away there. So much Seraphon this weekend. Twitch chat thinking that they're going to be there. That's going to be interesting. John, let's go back and interview our. Let's go back and talk to Dave and see how he feels about. And we'll see what he thinks. Croaks for days. Yeah. So, hello, Dave. How are you doing?
Good. That was cool.
How did it go? How do you feel about the bands?
Could never have guessed. 1 million years.
No? Did you go in with a plan? Is there, or do you not want to tell me the plan yet? Is there a sneaky plan that we're not seeing here at the moment?
That's the plan.
Okay. That's a good plan. Do you think any of the, I know you don't want to give the game away, but there's some serious list writing to think about now. Do you think you get a hint of what maybe they're aiming for with their bans, or were you with the team collecting Mega Gargants? What's the situation?
The first two are interesting. I think that gives us a clue. But whether that makes any difference to us, I don't know.
Okay.
I can't wait to sit down and have a chat with my fellow coach.
Okay.
And see when it's too late, we can just get our cards out on the table and have a good old chinwag about it.
Yeah, that's true. In the chat, we've been told Gotrek is available. So just if you want to take that away to your conversation with the team, something to think through.
Thanks for the tip. Was that positive victim? Thanks,
yeah.
Dave.
All right, Dave, thanks very much. It's been a real pleasure going through the process with you. Looking forward to seeing your lists and then, of course, seeing you on Sunday. Thanks very much. John, let's go and talk to the Marauders. They look very happy. They look very confident. They seem keen. Hello, guys. How you doing?
Hola.
We're always happy.
You are.
Tony's just been banned out of the game, though, hasn't he? So...
Look at Dave. Dave has got a face. It feels like Tony was targeted, is how I feel.
So they didn't go. So we have Nagash as the.
You guessed Nagash. Okay. Yeah, I would have thought Nagash maybe. That's an interesting take. How do you feel about the band? Do you feel like you understand what Legio were up to, or were you trying to be? Were there some subterfuge in yours? And obviously, I know it's tough because you don't want to give the game away. But how did you feel going through the process?
I think we don't have to change all of our lists all of it the way. There's some things we now need to go away and think about, of course. Sort of weighing up that, was it offensive? Was it defensive sort of mentality? But overall, I think, we had about a good half dozen lists in the chat, and there's 4 of them that aren't touched by anything here. So, I think we should be all right.
Well, that's perfect. My question is, was the Mega Gargant a meme ban, or do we think it's a good team list?
I think it's good.
Okay, good team list. Okay, interesting. All right, well, that's great. Listen, thanks very much for being part of it. I'm looking forward to you guys going away and writing all the lists. Don't forget, you can follow all these guys on Twitter, and we'll share the links out afterwards. So it's very, very fun. Looking forward to seeing you guys on Sunday, where they'll be playing all day. So thank you, and good luck. We didn't practice this bit, John, so we should just cut back to me, and then that's the plan. Yeah, I got it. Right, anyway. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I would love to know what your thoughts are. Obviously, a thing you can do if you're excited is you can tune in on Sunday for all the matches. So 3 rounds of 4 matches playing. So that's going to be really cool. you can share this out to people all around the world, see what they think, tell them what they would do. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on what bands like you would have picked or what you think it might mean. Like, feel free to tweet at us at the tSports Network. Feel free to discuss it in your groups. All that stuff would be much appreciated. Very much. Thanks to John for doing all this in the background. It's been great. And thanks to all the coaches for being a part of it. We are going to go now. Don't forget, we got the list show on Friday. So on Friday, we'll put out the times for that on our Twitter so you guys can check it out. That's going to be really, really, really good. Thanks for tuning in. We'll sort out Nightbot, who I've seen has been a nightmare. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to go to a holding screen now, and then don't forget to tune in on Sunday. See you guys soon. Thank you.
The high times and low times